Can you hear me now? Let me just double check that it's going through the right mic. I appreciate that, George. I appreciate you coming in here, making sure everything sounds good. Let me check the mic levels. All right, perfect. So it looks like we're going through the right mic. Appreciate you letting me know. So as I was saying, which you guys couldn't hear, if you see me looking in this direction over here, um, that's because that's where my TV is. So I am watching the draft. Um, but yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by, sit here and relax with me. I got the two cats on my lap, so I'm not able to really move around at this moment just because they are kind of sleeping. I want to let them relax a little bit, but this is a laid back kind of stream today. It's going to be a long one just because of how long this draft's going to be, but um, yeah, I would say lay back. I think I'm getting some Wingstop delivered in the next 40 minutes or so. So I might turn off my camera to do that. If not, I just might mute my mic and we can continue to watch together. So um, also, I think if anyone wants to, if one of your team's picks are coming up, if you want to jump backstage and kind of jump on the live stream, you can go ahead and do that. I think this is going to be a really laid back stream. So hope everyone's day was going well. I wanted to go live a little before the draft just because I didn't really remember. Sorry, my eyes are a little watery just because I've been petting the cats and so there's cat hair up in the air. But I didn't really know what people, um, kind of what happens at the beginning of the draft, and now I kind of remembered that the first draft pick really doesn't get picked until about 45 minutes into the draft. So that's okay. We'll go ahead and stay live and just talk through some things. I think I got a small bet, little wager. We call them apple pie bets with a couple of my friends for the number one overall pick. And because we don't bet with money, we bet with McDonald's apple pies. So yeah, I got one for the first overall pick. One of my friends says it's going to be Evan Neal, and I say it's going to be Trayvon Walker. Another one of my friends says it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson, and I say Trayvon Walker. So we each put an apple pie down, and if it's one of those three guys, then one of us walks away with two apple pies. So it's pretty exciting. George says going to be in and out. If I'm on when the Pats pick, I'm down. Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. You don't gotta stop. You don't gotta stay by the whole time. So if there's a couple picks that you find interesting or you want to know more about, or you just want to kind of talk about a couple players that you like, come on back in. We can do that. If you'd rather just stay behind the scenes, you can do that as well. So I don't really have any expectations for today. I just kind of want to roll through with it and just kind of see what happens. So if my TV is up a little too loud, I will turn it down. I'm not really sure if this mic picks up in all directions. I know it kind of casts a cloud like this. I don't know if stuff back there is gonna get in its way. So we'll just play that by ear. Looks like the Giants are open to trading back from pick 7. Yeah, I figured that probably was the case. And I think a team could, one of these teams like, I don't know, maybe the Commanders, Washington at 11, maybe the Saints at, they've got those two picks at pick 14. And what are the Saints at? Saints are at pick, 15 and 18, 16 and 18, something like that. Maybe they use one of those picks to trade up to 7 if no quarterback has been taken. So I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting. I could see a no quarterback going in the first round. I really could. And then I could also see 2 quarterbacks going in the top 14. So this is going to be very interesting. I don't really remember the last draft that I was heavily invested in that didn't have a quarterback go top 5. So that's going to be pretty interesting, just because, the last one that they didn't have a quarterback go top 5, I wanted to say, Dwayne Haskins and Daniel Jones, but I think Kyler Murray was the number 1 overall pick on that one too. So no, that one's not it. I think the last one would have to be the EJ Manuel, Christian Ponder, or EJ Manuel, Christian Ponder. Those are 2 different drafts. Maybe the EJ Manuel, Geno Smith. I think that was the same draft class in 2013-ish, maybe. I think that was probably the last one, and I wasn't as invested in the draft like I am right now, so could be interesting. Let me just check these. Let me check this music volume. Just make sure it's not up too loud. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's good music volume right there. George, what are you doing right now? You have people over? You eating food by yourself? What do you have going on right now, man? You went out and did you go out and buy any food for this, or you're just kind of eating what you've got in the kitchen? I've got to come by your apartment one of these days. You've got to come by here and see these cats. I got 3 of them now. I'm turning into one of those crazy cat people, I feel like, but I love them so much. And Laura went out and got a 3rd one. We did talk about it a little bit, and I was teasing with her, but next thing you know, I was at work one day. She said she wasn't feeling good, so she stayed home from work, and then I ended up coming home, and next thing you know, there's a freaking cat. So obviously she didn't feel that bad because she went out to the SPCA and picked out a little kitten. But whatever, I love them, so it's all good. Just had a protein shake for dinner. Oh my God. You're crazy, man. See, I've been eating healthy past couple days. The past couple days I've been fasting on coffee, and then at noon I got a protein bar, one of those Built bars. I love Built bars. They're so addicting. It's just wish they were a little cheaper, but like they're not bad. It's not a terrible price. It's about $2 a bar. So I'd have one of those at around noon, have a little bit of sunflower seeds, and then around after practice, around 6 o'clock, get home and I have some rice with some like lean meat. But man, not today. Not today. Not with the draft going on. I'm like, you know what? This is a celebration. So yeah, we're getting Wingstop. But good for you for drinking that protein shake. I couldn't do it. No way. There's no way I could do it. All right, 1 minute left until the draft officially begins. Goodell's going to come out. He's going to talk for a couple minutes probably, and then say that the Jags are on the clock. One of my friends thinks that the Jaguars are going to trade back, so we will see. I don't see them trading back. I don't know how they could, unless it's the Detroit Lions trading up one spot just to make sure they get Aiden Hutchinson. But I don't know. I'm hearing that they kind of like Kayvon Thibodeau as well. So yeah, go Terriers, George. I'm not gonna say go the other team though, but no, I'm excited for our football seasons to start back up. I do hope spring ball is going well for you guys. Spring ball's going well for us, so I'm very happy about that. But I'm excited for the actual season and 3 days of preparation and then going to JV games and then varsity games. It was fun because it was so, it almost felt like you had more time in the games than you had to prepare for the games, and I like that. It was awesome. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. I hope what would really be cool. I don't know how likely it is. It's not likely, but I would love for you guys to go undefeated, us to go undefeated, and then meet in that last week and play each other both undefeated, that'd be awesome. But obviously, we've struggled to get wins in the last couple seasons, and you guys have gotten a few wins, but I mean, you guys, I don't know if you guys have been over 500 in the past couple years. So, I just want to see us both make strides. Yeah, we're pretty young too. We're very young, but I don't know what your very, very young is. I know you guys lost a lot of seniors and stuff, but yeah, our very young. I think we've got like 7 seniors, which is like 3 more than we had last year. So that's good. A lot of juniors and a lot of sophomores that are starting. So, and then of course we got a couple freshmen that might play here and there next year. So I'm just hearing about some guys that are coming from Jackson, and I'm hearing they might be good and they might get some playing time. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, next year it's gonna be, mostly juniors and mostly seniors. I mean, mostly juniors and mostly sophomores. Oh, you have been over 500 every year, except for last year. Okay, well, that's exciting. I would love to see us both undefeated somewhere in the next couple years. Maybe it takes 4 years. We've got Coco in our division now. We dropped Rockledge. We have Coco. So, yeah. But no, that's cool. I hope, because my grandpa, every time we talk, it's always, oh, back in the 80s, back in the 70s and the 80s, Titusville was, whatever. I just doxed myself, I guess, but that's okay. This area was some of the best in the state, not just in the county. Both schools, Chris Collinsworth and the running back, I can't think of, but I mean, just both were always one or two losses, and then all of it, and 1-2 losses, maybe no losses, both making the playoffs, both always making deep runs. So I hope we get that back. I really do. Hep took the D-line job at Rock. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I did not know that. Dang. So coaching staff is changing up there a little bit. That's dang. I think we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 of the same coaches out of like the 8 or 9 coaches that we had last year. We have 4 of the same ones. So we're putting together a pretty good staff, though. So I'm liking that. Dang, I didn't know that Hep left. Huh. Man, can we get this draft going? I'm excited. I've been excited all day at work. Like, it's finally here. I think after this commercial break, they'll actually start putting time on the clock and doing some analysis. But I think that soon we'll get to know if I win some apple pies or not. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Travon Walker. Almost positive it's gonna be Travon Walker. Yeah, Bostic's a cool dude, man. Bostic's a cool dude. He's a good coach. He motivates the guys too, but he's a cool dude. He's a fun guy to talk to. Oh my gosh, this is not gonna be good if he keeps shedding this much. I got this my guy cat that's on me. He's shedding so much. You can't see it in the camera, but I've got hair just all over me, and it's up in the air right now. So this might be a short stream if I start sneezing. Man. Oh my goodness. What are you thinking, George? You think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be the choice for Jacksonville? Who do you think is going to be the number 1 overall pick? If it's me, if I'm the GM, I'm not picking Travon Walker. But I think he's going to be the pick. Something's telling me. And, it's a bunch of the sources that I'm hearing. But again, I'm hearing sources that are saying that the head coach. Oh, thanks. Yeah, man, I got them. Had to get them made myself, but I love them. I wear them to work all the time. I got a couple of them, and I wear them to work. And people ask me about them at work, and I'm like, yeah, I got this passion project that I do on the side. And then no one really asks what it is, but that's fine. I don't really know how I would feel with people from work, you know, watching my stuff. I right now I just feel weird about that. And now it's really just a couple friends, which is good. And soon I think I'll get more confident and actually be able to string together some sentences and then eventually hopefully it gets some traction. So yeah, no, I love this shirt, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's Trayvon Walker. They said Doug Peterson, the head coach, wants a tackle. They don't like Cam Robinson. And the GM Trent Baalke said, "Who cares? I like Cam Robinson. Here's an extension, Cam Robinson. Now we're gonna go get Trayvon Walker." And then the owner Shad Khan's like, "No, no, no, I don't want Trayvon Walker. I want Aiden Hutchinson." But apparently Trent Baalke is winning the deal right now, so we'll find out. All right, who's up here on this stage? I love it. I love the booze for Goodell. It's so funny. I think he is the best commissioner of any of the major sports leagues. But you gotta boo the commissioner always. Gotta boo the commissioner, especially what he did to the boy Tom Brady. All right, is he talking? Yeah. Oh, if Ike Ekwonu goes first, I will be so happy for Jags fans. I would be so happy for Jags fans. I love Ike Ekwonu, and obviously you're not gonna move. Like he's someone that can be moved inside the guard, but you aren't gonna move him into guard just because you have Elijah Vera Tucker that you drafted last year, who's playing really really well. You have Laken Tomlinson, who you just paid money, so you would have to keep him at tackle. You can play him at right, but I would rather play him at left and just have Cam Robinson battle it out with Jawan Taylor and Walker Little at right tackle. I think that's all you can do, but man, I think that's awesome. Oh, look at that. Ice Cube. What is going on? They got Ice Cube coming up on here now? What? Oh, they are. They're in Las Vegas. That makes sense. I was like, why is this so Raiders driven right now? Because the Raiders don't even have a first round pick. But it's because they're in Las Vegas. That makes a whole lot of sense. Looks like a lot of Twitter is talking about Derek Carr's haircut. Is it something different? Just because he's got it very buzzed and it's faded up on the sides? I don't know what's going on. I can't tell if he's got a weird haircut or not. I'm trying to look at it right now. It's faded on the sides, longer on the top, slicked back. Oh, it's like kind of like a mullet type thing. Oh, okay. I see now. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it doesn't look terrible on him. It just kind of makes him look like a villain. He kind of looks like just one of those thugs. Interesting. Jaguars officially on the clock. It's going to be the entire 10 minutes. I know for sure it's going to be the entire 10 minutes. Apparently, they want to trade back. I don't think they actually want to trade back. I think they've got the guy they want. I think they do. Okay. Let's see what they do, man. I'm excited to see if Jacksonville is going to continue to be a dumpster fire, or if they're gonna draft a quality player right here. You know, when they hired Doug Peterson to be their head coach, I was very surprised. I thought that was a really good hire. I like Doug Peterson as a coach. I think he's a really good coach. So we'll see if I mean we'll. I don't really know what else to say. We'll see. I mean Trent Baalke making some interesting GMing decisions, and he swings for the fences. You know, he definitely swings for the fences, but my draft strategy doesn't really line up with his draft strategies. Just because I would rather get, you know, if I'm in the top 5, there's a couple prospects that have a high ceiling. I'm still going. I think when it's something like this, I would rather go with the guy that's got a higher up floor and still a high ceiling, and go with Aiden Hutchinson. But I would rather get an offensive tackle in this position. I think the offensive tackles are better and more sparse. You know, you could trade back up. They've got the 33rd pick. They could trade back up and get a guy like Boye Mafe if they wanted to, or they could get, you know, Boye Mafe, edge rusher from Minnesota. They could also get, you know, maybe David Ajabo from Michigan, who's the edge rusher who tore his Achilles at the pro day. Grant, welcome to the chat, man. Grant says, spoiler alert, Jags still suck. Yeah, I think no matter what this pick is, they will still suck. They just might not they might be on the road to not sucking. So we'll see about that. This is what always bugs me though, is that they take all 10 minutes. But I understand it's because the draft is not just them drafting players. It's also you know, it's also an event. It's also entertainment. So I'm sure if they weren't doing this stuff live on TV, their pick would have already been in. They'd be moving through a couple of these picks unless there's trades involved. But I think they'd be moving through these picks. So, of course, they got to take forever. It's just, man, I really want to see if I win these apple pies or not. Yep, that's the boy, Trayvon Walker. If Trayvon Walker gets the pick, I'm telling you, I get 2 apple pies. 2 McDonald's apple pies. So, wow. Yeah, I mean, I like Trayvon Walker, but I like Trayvon Walker less than I like Jermaine Johnson. You know, I like him less than I like Jermaine Johnson. I mean, you're talking about Jermaine Johnson's probably going to be, I mean, he's going to be a top 15 pick most likely, but he's going to be somewhere between 7 and 15. So, and Trayvon Walker all of a sudden is a number 1 pick. So, yeah, I think there's going to be a couple trades tonight. I could definitely see Debo getting traded tonight for that number 10 overall pick. I'm hearing, from what I see from Josina Anderson, says Raven source on potential trade tonight. As of an hour ago, 50-50 on a trade or no trade, 60% on them trading back, 40% on them trading up. Depends on who's there. So I think the Ravens, which again, the Ravens are at pick, what are they at? Pick 14. Okay. So the Ravens at pick 14, 60% chance if they're going to trade, they're trading up. 40% chance that they're going to trade back. So I'm trying to think of who they would be trading up for. I think, maybe if one of these tackles fall, obviously like Charles Cross from Mississippi State or Evan Neal from Alabama, if they start falling past 6, go to, pick 7, pick 8, maybe they trade up for one of those guys. Trade up in front of Seattle, who I think would be all in on one of those tackles if they fall. And if not, I don't know if it's maybe Jordan Davis gets picked, maybe they'll trade back. That's kind of what I'm thinking about that. I'm not sure though. Jaguars pick is in. Let's see, man. Let's see what happens. Whoa, we got 5 people in here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope Booth from Clemson slips to the Bengals. He might. He's got a... What is it? It's not a pulled groin. It's like a... What's the thing? It's like it's like herniated. He's got a groin injury that he just had surgery on. I think it was a herniated groin. I don't know exactly if that's correct, but yeah, I think. Oh, the food is here. Yeah, if he could slip to maybe, I don't know, pick 25. You want help? Yeah.
Oh,
be right back.
The door.
What, did it fall?
It just broke all the way. You should probably be able to pull it out now.
Okay. No, I still can't pull it out.
Huh?
I can't pull it out still.
Shit, so we're just gonna leave it like that?
Give me a screwdriver. You give me a screwdriver, I can.
I have my hands full.
No, I know. I'm just saying. If I can get a screwdriver, I can probably detach it. Look at that. Trayvon Walker was the pick at number 1. I just got myself 2 McDonald's apple pies. I got to go fix this screen door really quickly, so I will be right back. Let me go ahead and put a cat on the chair and see if it stays. There was a crash on
BCSO and TPD are responding to Astronaut High School where there are reports of an armed individual.
Oh, shoot.
So I'm wondering if
There's
the
Casey.
kids are back yet.
Oh, wow. That's scary.
Well, we're going to text Elisa and ask her to check Ashland's location.
Do we have a bigger screwdriver?
Yeah, what kind?
Doesn't matter.
Flat or no?
Phillips would be great.
You should check Ashland's location in case you got Astronaut.
Oh, wait. Can you just get Casey actually instead?
She's close to Astronaut. It looks like she's by the Dunkin' Donuts over there.
I was wondering because I was getting back in town and also on Facebook and it says that they're responding to all their armed individual at Ashton High School, but it's probably Ashton. I just told that.
can't do it right now. Can I just do it later? Casey, no. God dang it. Yes. No. Can you just come help just for a second? Oh my God. Yeah, I can do that.
I can try.
No, you can't do it.
Why?
You can't. I'm telling you, you can't do it.
You're not. I'm not feeding you wings. You're welcome for bringing home food for you.
Okay, whatever.
Sure.
Oh my gosh! All right. Hey, I'm back, just in time for the Detroit Lions to select Aiden Hutchinson. Perfect. Aiden Hutchinson. Nice. All right. The mock draft is going how we expected. Oh goodness. Yeah, so basically we've had this broken screen door. And it's been just kind of still hanging on the hinges. And then at that point it was just falling pretty far, but it was still attached by the piston type thing that kind of, I don't know, brings the door back in, you know what I'm saying? That was the only thing attached, and we just don't have the tools right now to go do it. So we will do that another time.
I can do it.
Laura, you can't do it, I'm telling you, but you can try. I'm just saying the door's heavy, so be careful because there is glass on it too.
You just need the right screwdriver.
I think it's painted over, but yeah, because he also used a what are those things called? A drill. So I just don't know if we could actually do it. So it's fine, just leave it.
Yeah, but it's like gonna fall off.
Okay, well that sucks for that. I don't know what, Laura, just leave it, please. All right, Houston's on the clock. I don't know what they're gonna do. I could see them going with one of these tackles. I could see them going with Kayvon Thibodeau. I could also see them going with one of the first corners, whether it be Derek Stingley, who all of a sudden is gaining buzz again, or Sauce Gardner. I don't know who the pick is here. I really don't. I think it should be a defender. But I don't know. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? I don't think it's going to be a safety. If Kyle Hamilton ran a better time, maybe. But I don't see it being a safety. I want to see a blockbuster trade happen. I think at pick number 10, you might see a trade. I think first spot for a trade would be number 7, the second New York Giants pick. I think that's the first spot for a trade. So a couple more picks here, and then we'll see a trade. I think 7 is a spot, and then 10. So both New York teams on their second pick. I think that's a good spot for a trade. So we will see. Texans pick is in. I am going with, I think it's going to be Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't think he's going to end up falling as far as we think. No, I don't think there's going to be a trade at 4. I think they're just going to take the best player available, whether that be, Sauce Gardner. I don't think it would be. I think it'd probably be a tackle. You take whichever tackle you find you like the best, and then I don't know what that means for Mekhi Becton, but I know that this staff is not very happy with him and his weight issues. So what? Brandon, Grant, George, those are the people that have talked so far. Oh shoot, I forgot that I forgot Toby's bet. I forgot that Toby's bet was 15 apple pies, so that's crazy. George says Walker car accident. Did Trayvon Walker get in a car accident and still go number 1? Do you know if it's bad? I want to hear a little bit more about that. And then also, George, did you hear about what's going on at your school right now? I don't know if you wanted to look on Facebook and see about that kind of stuff.
Someone commented and said that they're there for the baseball game, but everyone's safe and the police are present.
Oh, okay. Also, I just got a tip about what the third pick is, and I don't know if you guys want to hear it or not, so I'm not going to say it. Maybe next time I will, but I was wrong about it. That's all I'll say is that I was wrong about this pick. I can't believe Malik Willis is going this high. Hey, Bryce Mozzie. Hey, welcome to the chat, man. Rap tweet. Oh, really? Ian Rappaport tweeted that? I must have missed it. I wasn't looking at my Twitter, but check out this number 3 pick. This is crazy. I'm going to have to turn off my tweets so I don't get stuff spoiled. Houston Texans select Derek Stingley. That's crazy. They took Derek Stingley. I mean, he's a guy who this is what I'm talking about when I say get a guy with a good floor but has a ceiling through the roof. Guy like Derek Stingley, I would have taken Sauce. I think he's a little bit better. Or not a little bit better. I think his floor is a little bit higher. But Derek Stingley's floor is last year before he left, which is, I think, a back-end first-round pick. And his ceiling is that 2019 when he was a freshman and he was a straight-up baller. So I think that's a good pick right there, honestly. If this was 2019 and he was draft eligible, he would have gone around the same time. So Bryce said, football has made me an emotional mess. As a rational individual, why would I waste my passion on something so deceitful? Shad Khan has broke me. Bulky has harmed me. Yeah, I heard that Shad Khan wanted Aiden Hutchinson. I don't know how the owner gets overridden by the GM, but apparently he did. I also heard that the coach, Doug Peterson, wanted Ike Ekwonu, the tackle from NC State. So I don't know who's running the show down there, but I'm very, very sorry for you Jaguars fans, and I promise it will get better. Davis Mills is better than Daddy Lawrence. Yeah, I could. I don't think so. I think Lawrence will do well. I think you guys just got to hang in there. Let Doug Peterson work his magic. I guess so, George. I guess there was an armed individual up at the school, but I guess everything's okay now. Police are on the scene. So, all right. So the Jets are on the clock here. I've got to say, all of their options, other than Aiden Hutchinson, are still on the board. I think everyone that they would have wanted at 4 are still here. So, you could go ahead. I still think it's going to be Ike Ekwonu. I still think so, but I would not be surprised if it's KT. I would not be surprised if it's KT. Would you be able to bring me some? Why? All right, well, I'll do it. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my Wingstop from the kitchen. Toby, welcome in, man. I appreciate you stopping by as well. And I appreciate you defending Trevor Lawrence's honor. Nobody knows who's running the show down here, says Bryce, talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Our local government to the professional football team is ran like a daycare. All right, I'll be back.
So apparently there's Chris Paul.
Mike is still on, by the way, so just be aware of what you say.
Chris called Mike, and Mike said he was keeping them on the bus because all the cops have their guns drawn.
That's smart.
Someone's live right now.
On
I
the
guess.
bus?
No.
Where's the food?
On Facebook. Elisa's FaceTime her sister. That's her sister.
Oh, wow. That's scary. Pick's still not in. I Yeah, I got 5 bone-in wings too. Yeah, these are them. We need those later. But you can try one. They're mango hot
Nope, I'm okay.
mango something.
I don't understand why people do 3 wings.
There's a sweet and spicy stuff.
They're out there fries, they put like sugar on there or something.
Yeah. It's a mix of sugar and other stuff. Which ones did you have? Not these and not those. Perfect.
What are you doing?
Trying to take my stuff so I can leave you with that.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
You want ranch?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Ah. All right, the pick is in.
Can't believe you missed the first pick to try to fix this thing.
I know. I knew what it was gonna be. Yeah, stop wings. That's what I'm eating. How'd you know? Yeah, man. You guys are awesome. Yeah, keep blowing up the chat. That's perfect. I love it.
With what?
They're just talking to each other in there.
Hmm.
And that's what we need. This is a slow burn, and I'm eating food.
Shout out to the wife for bringing like stuff.
This is exactly what we wanted. You know, Laura was out there. Laura was out there doing her job, came home late. So she stopped by and got a Wingstop because she was in the area. Shout out that. That's awesome. Maybe we could do a little ASMR in between the picks. Oh, yeah. Then I would have 1 million views. Apple pie bet that I can't eat a drumstick. I'm sorry to tell you, but these are I got the chicken nuggets. So just because I felt like it'd be easy. I'm not someone that likes to eat like wings in front of people. And so I feel like on a live stream that's, you know, anyone in the entire world can see and it stays forever, I would not want to eat bone wings, like bone-in wings. So I got the chicken nuggets. I got garlic parmesan. Laura has just the mild, and then I also got, I don't remember what I got.
Can I have one of those?
I don't remember.
Can I have a bite of the garlic bar?
Yeah, Bryce, it has to be boneless wings. I mean, you know, when you got the microphone this close, I got to keep my hands semi-clean. It's just the easiest way. Yeah, here, come try one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
That'll do.
Wow. Yeah, these are good.
Get down. Actually, that's pretty good.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I'll give you one of these if I can have the rest of that one.
The rest of it. Oh, yeah, sure, deal. Shout out Wingspot. Wingstop, not a sponsor. I love Wingstop. I would love for them to sponsor me.
Oh.
And by sponsor me, just let me say their name. That's it. Ike Aquanu. It's going to be Kayvon Thibodeau. Sauce Gardner. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I think that was higher than I thought. Just because I thought that defense did not value corners as much. So that's a shock. He fits the scheme well. He's going to play really, really well. So, oh, my dad just called me. Hold on.
I want to hear the...
Yeah, you can hear it. I'll turn it up just a little more. All right, I'm muting myself. I'll be right back. All right. All right, I think we're going through that microphone right now just because my cats ran over. Okay. I think the microphone is plugged back in. Sorry, the cats ran over the mic and unplugged it looks like. So that might end up happening again. We'll see. But yeah, what I was saying was that I got the mango habanero 5-piece bone-in wings just so I can have them later on today. So I'm excited to try that flavor out. This has to be offensive tackle. You know, both the top corners are gone. I know they want to get rid of James Bradbury, but with both top corners gone, I think it has to be tackle. It has to be. I don't know who they prefer, but I'm still an Ike Ekwonu guy. Evan Neal is good too. Charles Cross, if they want the best left tackle, that's a good pass rusher. I think that's the one. But if you want a better run mall. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but a better run blocker. There we go. Icky, a better pass blocker. Charles Cross, and then if you want a guy who can kind of do it all, and I think he's just going to keep getting better and better because he's losing weight. Get a guy that can do it all is Evan Neal. So we'll see who they go ahead and get, but it's got to be one of these tackles. The pick is in.
Did Miami have a pick or did they have one?
No, Miami doesn't have a pick until pick 102. Yeah, I know. Could you please explain to me why the Eagles continue to bury my guy Gardner Minshew? Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know why he's not starting right now. I think it was a travesty that Urban Meyer came in there and traded him away. I think that was a travesty because I think he could have been the lifeblood of Jacksonville. I mean, he sold tickets. He really fit the Jacksonville scene, and I think he's a top 20 quarterback in the league. So I don't know. It's interesting. And then he goes to the Eagles, and I think if he was a little more mobile, because I know what they're trying to do in Philly. I know that they're trying to get QB run going to set up some other stuff because they want to be a really run heavy team. But I think Gardner Minshew is a better quarterback. I'll say it right now. And I like Jalen Hurts, and I like his character and everything, but I'm a big Gardner Minshew fan. Maybe that's just me being a Gardner Minshew stan, but I agree. I don't know why he's not starting right now. It's a travesty. I love these French fries that you get from Wingstop. They put salt on it and sugar. It's genius.
It's okay.
It's genius. Don't say it's okay. It's genius.
Sorry. What's your second wing flavor?
Second one is their house rub. So I got the house rub wings. And they're good. I'm a big fan. Big fan. We got 6 people watching. This is crazy. Sorry, guys. Sorry that I'm just eating right now. But again, right now things are going slowly.
I thought the first round was fast. Everyone knows it.
No, first round goes slowly just because it's more of like an entertainment thing. So I think this has to be Ike Ekwonu. It's definitely a tackle.
Ew, who is that?
Has to be Ike Ekwonu. Hey, leave him alone. I don't know.
I'm just a fan.
Probably.
Really hyped to be up there.
Yes, special needs, you idiot.
Well, I would know if I could hear the TV, but I can't hear it.
What do you want me? You want me to turn it up and then it's running through the mic and stuff? I'll turn it up a little bit, but I can't have it that loud. What is Bryce talking about in here?
Are you sure he
No, I'm not 100% sure. The deep playoff run. Yep. Blake Bortles, man. That Blake Bortles team was special. They ruined Blake Bortles, too, just like they ruined Gardner Minshew. Kayvon Thibodeau, wow. So far in the top 5, we've had 3 edge rushers who we assumed we'd have. What? I don't know, Laura. We've had 3 defensive ends that we thought would go. And then we've also had 2 corners go, which I thought there was a chance to have one of them go. I didn't think there was a great chance to have, I thought there was a good chance for neither of them to go, but it looks like we got both of them to go, and now tackles are falling. It's crazy. Tackles are falling down this draft board. What? Okay, sorry. Wow, this is crazy. All right. If this is not a tackle, if this is not a tackle, I'm turning off the stream. There's nothing else I can say about that. There is no way the Carolina Panthers have their pick of the top 3 tackles in this draft, and they don't get one of them, even though they have not had the same starting left tackle for in the last, 10 years? Since 2012. They've had a different left tackle every single year. So if this is not a tackle, I don't know what to say.
Is your mock draft accurate?
No. I got the first 2 picks right. And then Derek Stingley at pick number 3 was a little bit of a change up.
Where did you have him?
Stingley I had going to Seattle at 9. Well, so far, thank you. So far, I would have to say oh my God, buddy. What I would say is that the draft pick I feel the least confident about, performing and living out to being not a draft bust. I think the least confident in a pick I've been is the number 1 overall pick to the Jaguars with Trayvon Walker. So I think they could have picked any of those people, and I would have been like, okay. I think the corners would have been a little weird, but I don't know. This is already getting crazy, especially with no quarterbacks gone so far. Things just get crazier and crazier. But they cannot go quarterback here. They cannot go quarterback here. They can trade back. They can take one of these tackles, but you do not go quarterback right here. Well, I think they're going to do it. I don't know. Laura, why didn't you go to Madison's? They're having a draft party. You're going to hang with me instead? Oh. Gotcha. All right, well, good night. My dad's calling. Be right back. My dad, I don't know if they were talking about it earlier and I missed it, or if he was just looking through forums, but he was asking me about this cornerback, Tariq Woolen from UTSA. He was asking, will he last to the Dolphins pick? It's like, no, Dad, he's not lasting past pick 40. He's definitely not going to be, past pick 100. So, sorry, that's what he was calling about. He didn't know I was live, but he wanted me to let you guys know that we got a call in question. So, that was the call in question. Who's Tariq Woolen? Will he last to the Dolphins' first pick? Quick answer, no. And he's a really good athlete, cornerback safety hybrid. But all the quarterbacks are still on the board. All right. So Panthers have to take they got to take North Carolina native, right? You got North Carolina native Ike Ekwonu still on the clock. Pick is in. If that's not their pick, I don't know, man. If that's not their pick, I'm turning off the stream. Sorry I'm eating like this, man. Do you think the Steelers end up trading up? That's what I want to know. If Malik, what is his name? Malik Willis. If he falls past pick 9, if he ends up falling past Seattle, do they not trade up? I would definitely trade up. Joey, who was objectively the best GFL quarterback? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is gonna get some people going. So first off, we got to kind of give you. First, it's hard to answer that question. See, but just to kind of go through it, you kind of have to look at the different eras of GFL. Started out with an air raid era. It's kind of opposite of what the NFL started out. NFL, they started out with ground and pound, and then eventually started passing the ball more. Early GFL days, it was basically only passing the ball. I think it was probably 99% of the time passing. Look, all right, before I continue, Carolina Panthers took Ike Ekwonu, perfect. And, he's a North Carolina native and everything. But yeah, so that's a great pick there. So going back to the GFL history, started out air raid and then eventually progressed into more of a running system as well. So if you look at just pure air raid quarterbacks, probably the best air raid quarterback I would say would have to be George. Just always let the ball fly on deep routes, was fairly accurate on those deep routes and stuff. But then as you progress more towards kind of a nice balanced offense where there's rushing from the quarterback as well as passing, I think that's definitely whenever the kid Bryce took over the league and was definitely the most dominant quarterback. And then once it kept getting progressively more run heavy, I think Lance O, aka Daddy Stafford himself, was the best quarterback just because, you take his accuracy was all over the place, but as soon as he took off on a QB scramble, he's gone. No one's tackling him. So, all in all, though, I think it's kind of like if you played in a certain era, like if Michael Jordan played in LeBron's era, if LeBron played in Michael's era, who would end up winning? Who would end up, still being the most dominant? It's kind of like that with this. So I think there are two that stick out of those three great quarterbacks from three different eras that would probably be able to play in all three eras, and that would be George and Bryce. So I don't know who would be the best, just because it was a bunch of different eras. So yeah, that's what I've got to say about that. A Lance comes in here. Welcome, Lance. Glad you're watching the coverage. Also, some random kids that would show up. Yeah. I don't think any of those random kids were good quarterbacks though. So I know we got some free agents coming on the streets every once in a while, running through. Now, if you ask me who the best receiver in GFL history was, that's another story. I think there's really there's really hands down a number one. No big debate about it. Well, we could debate it. All right, the New York Giants they have their pick in at 7. I didn't think they were going to. I thought they might trade. But come to think about it, who did they end up drafting? They took KT at pick 4. So if they took Kayvon Thibodeau at pick 4, now they're going to get Evan Neal or Charles Cross. I wouldn't leave out Charles Cross. They might end up going Charles Cross, but yeah, see, it's the Tom Brady, Peyton Manning debate, or it's like, the Joe, like a Steve Young. Would Steve Young be able to play in today's day? I actually think Steve Young could play in today's game just because of how mobile he was. But yeah, it's a different era. You really can't compare the two. It's apples to oranges, So I think we had a bunch of great, Hall of Famers in that league. Sadly, I think they're all out of their prime. So if GFL ever started back up, I don't think we'd see any of them out there. But do you count as a tight end or a receiver? I like to say I was a big slot, one of those versatile tight ends, kind of like a Kyle Pitts, maybe a Mike Gesicki. The good thing is I could always block. I fluctuated in size. Sometimes I was 215 pounds. Sometimes I was 165. So I really was a Swiss Army knife. I appreciate that. I think there were some days where I had concentration drops, and there were other days where I just could not drop a ball. I was on fire. So I think I have a couple of the greatest games ever played in GFL, but I got a bunch of the stinkers as well. So I appreciate you guys saying that. All right, Giants are on the clock. This is a tackle, 100%. There's no way they go corner. There's no one really worth it for the top 10. Let's see who they get. Evan Neal, tackle from Alabama. Yeah, there we go. I like that. So, doesn't slide too much. I thought Evan Neal would end up going in the top 6. He went in the top 7. How you guys liking the draft so far, man? You guys thinking there's anything that surprised you? Because only thing that really surprised me, I heard it could happen, is Derek Stingley, but I heard it could happen. I just didn't think it would actually happen. Look at that, man. I know they're showing Evan Neal highlights, but I just like watching freaking Brian Robinson. I think he's a big baby, man. He's 225 pounds. He's good on his feet. He's got some pretty quick feet, but at 225 pounds, I would love for him to be able to blow past guys and kind of put a shoulder into him, and he just can't. So, best talker on the field for GFL. Ooh, I think Bryce. I think Bryce was such a talker. I think Bryce is one of those guys that would end up getting in your head. I think Luke would say a bunch of random stuff, and I always like that about him, just because instead of talking trash to kind of get in people's heads, he would just say random stuff, and sometimes it would leave you perplexed. It would just leave you perplexed, and you'd have to sit there in deep thought for a second as he blew right past you because he asked you some strange question about life. So, but I would say that Bryce was probably the best talker on the field. Jacob versus Joey, who you take at your first whiteout? That I think that's all about scheme. It kind of depends. Do you want to, do you want a lanky, what? All right, seriously, my cat is attacking my foot right now. Hey, Casey, stop. So it depends what your offensive scheme is going to look like. You got to also remember they got to play defensive back as well. So maybe, maybe you go with Jacob, right? Just because of how long and rangy he is, as well as I think he was faster than me as well. So all right, my mic got unmuted. Sorry. Yeah, so I think as I was saying, Jacob, he's more of the speedy guy, longer catch radius, bigger body, help for defending. But then if you wanted an offensive weapon, someone that can play, kind of like a Debo Samuel, but also can play quarterback as well. Good tackler. I think someone that's a better yards after. Yeah, better yards after catch guy would be me. I apologize. My cats keep running over here, and this mic's very finicky. So if you kind of move it just a little bit, it'll unplug itself. So there's that. Brandon says, do the Falcons pick the first wide receiver? They could. They definitely could. I think that they need to go, with the best player right now. But yeah, I could see them going with like a Garrett Wilson right here. I think that's the guy they get is Garrett Wilson, but that's a good question. Yeah, you wanted Evan Neal for Jacksonville. I understand that. I think a lot of people did. I was okay with it. I like Ike Ekwonu a little better, but either or I think worked well. Sadly, that's not the case. Best running back, Speedy or Lance? I see my running style. I'd take Lance any day because Lance was fast enough. Especially, he's kind of like a Derrick Henry where he got up to speed. There, you can't stop him. There's no way. And Speedy was fine. He was kind of like more of a Dalvin Cook, I would say, which is good. But Derrick Henry, man, I'd go with Lance all day. Yeah, Speedy's better peak. Lance better career. I like that. Brian Gladwish. Bro, I'm done with that conversation. All right, let's see. Is this wide receiver? Drake London. Whoa, Drake London. Pick 8. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. I heard he was getting a lot of buzz to be the number 1 wide receiver, but I mean, here's what I'll say about Drake London. He doesn't have breakaway speed. He doesn't have good enough moves to kind of pull away from defenders, but he's a big body. He's good at boxing out on the catch. And then his yards after catch aren't bad either. He's got pretty good yards after catch. It's just his separation. He doesn't have the separation. But you think about it, you put him and Kyle Pitts on the same team. 2 big body 50-50 ball receivers. That's awesome. But yeah, watch these highlights. I mean, he's great at contested catches and stuff like that. I'm just worried about, is he going to be able to, make people miss, and create separation. All right, I can see a trade right here. this is the spot where I'm thinking there could be a trade, or it could be Charles Cross, or I keep hearing Jordan Davis. I keep hearing that the Seahawks really, really like Jordan Davis. But I just got word that they're on the phone right now fielding trade back calls. So yeah, that's the thing with those contested catch guys, Brandon. Brandon here, I'll put this up so people can see. Brandon asked, can he do those contested catches against NFL defenders? And that's the thing, I don't know. You know, an elite separator can separate, maybe not as far, but can still separate in the NFL. Guys like this, where again, he didn't run at the combine because if he ran at the combine, he would not be picked in the top 10. 100%, he would not be picked in the top 10 if he ran, because he's going to run a 4.7, if that. He's slow. But again, I think he's going to be good. It's just, is he going to be top 10 good? Is it going to be like a Mike Williams from the Los Angeles Chargers, who they picked him around the same spot, and for the first couple of years he struggled. And then he finally started picking it up a little bit, but I think he could have the same career trajectory as long as they don't give up on him, as long as they keep working with him like they were, like Los Angeles did with Mike Williams. So yeah, I think, Speedy, his GFL career, man, it was really short. It was really like kind of Bob Sanders-esque, if you think about it, where, he was really dominant, but wasn't at every game, and was only there for a small stint, a couple year career. And he wasn't there at every single game. He'd show up and then wouldn't be there all the time. So definitely reminds me of like the safety Bob Sanders. Definitely. So, all right. Seattle is still on the clock. They have not made a trade yet. Hold up on Seattle. Seattle's still trying to trade back. Right now, they're desperately calling, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Seattle's desperately trying to get people to trade up right now. We'll see what happens, but that's what the sources are telling me, is they're desperately trying to trade back. And I could see the Ravens trying to trade up, or a team that wants. I'm just trying to think who the New York Jets are going to get. I think they're traded. I think the Jets might trade this pick too, depending on who's at wide receiver, who's left. We'll see. I think the Jets are going to go get Wilson and totally drop Moore's fantasy value. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you're right. Garrett Wilson really benefits playing in the slot, but I think he can play. I think he can play on the outside. Thing is, they've got so many slot guys. They're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play Corey Davis on the outside. And again, Corey Davis is most effective in the slot. So I don't know, Brandon. I think I don't know. The thing is, the best receivers in this draft that are left are not only slot guys. They're just primarily slot guys. Jameson Williams, of course, you can play on the outside. I would love for them to get Jameson Williams, or just trade it for Debo. Then you got Chris Olave, who can play on the outside, but I think he does his best work from the inside. Oh, it looks like the Seahawks did not trade out. So I know they wanted to, but it's looking like no one wanted it. So I'm assuming this is Charles Cross or Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle from Georgia. What do you think, Brandon? What do you think they're going to get right here? It would really surprise me to see, it would really surprise me to see Charles Cross fall farther than this. But it could happen. It definitely could happen. I don't see them being able to pick anyone else. Maybe Garrett, I almost said Garrett Wilson. Maybe they could get, what's his name, man? They could go Malik Willis right here. You're right. They could definitely go Malik Willis. They could also go, I'm blanking on the guy's name, Kyle Hamilton. But they have pretty solid safeties, and obviously you don't want good to stop you from getting a great player, but I don't know. This one's up in the air for me, but I definitely think it could be, or it should be, defensive tackle Jordan Davis or Charles Cross, the left tackle. Here we go. Commissioners walking up. Go Hawks. There we go. Charles Cross, man. I told you. Bye, George. See you later. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Charles Cross was the right pick there. I'll give them that one. Or at least I think it was the right pick. You just have to give whoever your next quarterback is, whether it's Drew Lock or not, got to give him some protection. And that offensive line has just been abysmal. Now you got one of the best blocking tackles in the last couple of years, honestly. He's so smooth with his footwork and his punch and kick. He keeps his feet moving while he's punching. Watch this. Oh my gosh. So smooth. Doesn't panic. Doesn't lean in. Watch his hands. Keeps them up. Keeps them extended, but keeps his feet moving. Sometimes people will extend and punch, but they won't keep their feet moving. And next thing you know, you're leaning forward, and that's how you're getting juked, I'm a big fan. I think Charles Cross is going to end up being like, how Tristan Wirfs was the third? I think he was the third tackle taken in his draft. I think he's good. I think he's going to end up being like that too. Or he could end up being regarded as the best tackle in the draft, but I still like the upside of Vicky Ekwonu more than him. But excuse me, I'm eating. All three of those tackles that just went, I think they're all top 10 talents. So, are the Jets going to trade this for Debo? If the Jets don't trade this for Debo, then I guess they're probably going with the receiver here. Probably Garrett Wilson. But I would love if they went Jameson Williams. Again, the defensive ends left on the board. You have Jermaine Johnson, who if he went here would not be that bad. But after that, Boye Mafe is probably a late first round guy. I know right now Brandon is just praying. It's weird because you've got Elijah Moore on your team, but you also have Zach Wilson on your team. So it's like, do you want to help Zach Wilson even if it affects Elijah Moore? I don't know. That's a good question. I think if they got a guy like traded it for Debo, which apparently they're not, they just made the call. They put the pick in. It looks like they're happy with it. I assume it's got to be one of these receivers. It could be Chris Olave, it could be Garrett Wilson, or Jameson Williams. I can see all three of those. So I can't believe we're only through 10 picks. I cannot believe it. I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow. I finally finished eating too. Buddy, calm down. Calm down. What are you doing? My cat is going crazy right now. My mic keeps getting disconnected, so that's just a little frustrating. It's because I got the wires all loose and the cats are running through and whatnot. So hopefully I can fix that. All right. So looks like the Jets have gone ahead and drafted Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. Yeah, I know those sleeper notifications are a little frustrating. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to mute my phone and just not look at my phone the entire time or what, because like, yeah, I'm getting it spoiled, and I like having it, come through. I like having it come through on time, so I think this is Kyle Hamilton, by the way. I'll say that right now. This has to be Kyle Hamilton. Oh, I guess it doesn't have to be, but I think it's Kyle Hamilton. Let me catch up on some of this chat. Ooh, hey, Washington is trading back. The Saints are trading up. Oh, shoot. Saints traded up. There's not a tackle on the board right now. They traded up for Malik freaking Willis. I'm very certain about that. They traded up for Malik Willis. It's either that or a quarterback, but there's no reason to trade all the way up to 11 I understand they probably traded from 16, right? We'll have to see whenever the ticker goes by. But they had to have traded up for a quarterback. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like they still have both their picks, so they haven't updated that yet. But I don't think they traded up for a wide receiver. I don't think they traded up for Jermaine Johnson. I don't think they traded up for I don't think they traded up for Kyle Hamilton. Saints traded up for a QB. That's crazy. I wonder what they gave up to go to 11. So they could have gone from 16 to 11. They could have gone from 18 to 11. It's not going to cost them both of those. So they're trading their 16th pick and a third rounder for 11. Oh, a third and fourth rounder. So 16, their third and fourth rounder for pick 11. That's pretty good value. Who do they think was going to get quarterback before them? That's what I don't understand. Because you look and it's the Washington Commanders, Minnesota Vikings, Houston Texans maybe. And then before that, 14 is the Ravens. But I think the Ravens are trying to trade back. 15. I don't remember who's at 15. Let's see. I feel like I should know who's at 15. Oh, the Eagles, duh. The Ravens and then the Eagles. So I don't know, unless they got word that the Steelers were trying to trade up. That's all I can think is they got word the Steelers were trying to trade up. And so they were told, hey, Steelers are trying to trade up. Would you like to trade up as well? But why would you take the 16th overall pick, a third and a fourth, whenever if you took the 20th overall pick, you're probably getting at least a second and a third, if not 2 seconds back. Unless that 16 is kind of where they think they can still get who they want. I don't know. It has to be quarterback. And they have to have been getting word that one of the teams is trading up for quarterback. Let's see. Get this pick in, man. I want to see. There we go. The pick is finally in. All right, so they're still going to go wide receiver too, is the thing with that late round pick, or if they think a guy like Tyler Smith is good at pick 19, Kenny Pickett first QB being taken. Excuse me, says Bryce. They get Malik, Steelers will be pissed. Wait, what? All right, I just got an alert of who they picked. And it's not a quarterback. It's not a quarterback. They traded up for Chris Olave. But who did they think I don't understand. Did they think Minnesota was going to take Chris Olave? They thought the Eagles were going to take Chris Olave? Why do you trade? So they traded a first rounder, a second rounder, a third, and a fourth rounder to get Chris Olave. Because they traded up from next year's draft. They traded into this draft, had to give up a second rounder to do that, basically, and a fourth rounder. So they took with their first round pick, plus a second round pick, plus a third round pick, plus 2 fourth round picks for Chris Olave. Basically, that's almost as crazy as the Ricky Williams trade up. The Saints did the same thing back in the early 2000s with Ricky Williams. They traded up from, I think, pick 13 or 20, something like that, up into the top 5 to get Ricky Williams. And they traded their first, their second, their third, their fourth, their sixth, and 2 sevenths. They traded all of that to get Ricky Williams. They traded their entire draft, the entire draft capital, and next year's third or something like that to get up 20 spots to take Ricky Williams. Oh, shoot. And the Lions has traded up, too. Lions traded up. Are they getting Penny Pick? Oh, the Lions traded up. They're getting their quarterback. What is going on? I didn't think this was going to be an exciting draft. I thought it was going to be very slow, and it was for the first 10 picks. Now the Saints trade up, get their wide receiver. And then the Lions trade up. Lions have this next upcoming pick. They just traded with Minnesota. They're sending 32, 34, and 66 for 12 and 46. That's not a bad trade for them. I don't know. Why are the Steelers not making moves? I'm not sure. That's a little that's a good question, man. Obviously, they didn't like him that much. Obviously, they did not like him that much because I thought they'd trade up to 11 if he was still there. Well, Brandon, I'm glad you're getting to experience this with me because I have no idea. This is crazy. So they haven't announced the pick yet, but it is Chris Olave. My sources have confirmed. Come on. Chris Olave. Perfect. All right. And then now, at pick 12, Minnesota Vikings traded back. So now they have pick 32, 34, and 66. I believe that's all it was. What was it? It was, 32, 34, and 66. And they're giving up pick 12 and pick 46 to the Detroit Lions. So Lions are going to get in their quarterback, man. Lions are going to get Malik Willis. I'm fairly sure about that one. I don't know why else you would trade all the way up 20 spots unless you were trading up for a quarterback. You know, I understand trading up 4 spots here and there, but oh man. Yeah, I love Chris Olave, though. He was my number 2 wide receiver in this draft. So for him to be the 3rd wide receiver taken, but be taken in the top 11, I think that's totally fair. You think Lions are getting Pickett or Willis? That's a really good question. If I'm them, I would take Malik Willis just because, you know, in the cold, you have to have a rocket of an arm to cut through the cold wind that they have in Detroit. And plus, I think Malik Willis with his hand size, I think he's going to drop to probably pick 20. I think I could see the Steelers taking him at 20. I think I could also see them taking Desmond Ridder at 20. But for the wide receiver bet under 5.5, there's already been 3 taken at pick 11. Brandon, just to let you know, I am keeping track of those apple pie bets, and it's not looking good for you. We got 20. After this one. We got 20 picks. All we need is 3 more wide receivers to go in the next 20 picks. So, man, Lions are happy though. I think this was the Lions' plan the whole time. As long as Seattle didn't take Malik Willis, I think Lions were going to trade up regardless. And I think they probably already had a deal in place. They keep showing Kenny Pickett. This is Kenny Pickett's people. Is Malik Willis not there? Did he stay home? I just don't know why Malik Willis isn't being shown. Unless there's something that they know that I don't. Whoa. Dang it. I'm going to have to shut off my Twitter for right now because I just got another alert. Yeah, so there's been back-to-back trades, by the way. I'm not going to spoil who the team was that traded up or what the picks are, because I do want to, I kind of want to let this organically, slowly move through. If anyone has Twitter, they're able to look up that stuff anyway, so I won't go ahead and spoil anything. But I will sit here and talk about all this stuff. Interesting. This actually, this could be Pickett. I don't know who it's going to be. Yeah, Brandon, the Eagles traded up to pick 13. I knew Houston wanted to trade back. Also, Baltimore wanted to trade back too. But yeah, Houston wanted to trade back. The Eagles are trading up. It's got to be for the defense for Jermaine Johnson. I keep hearing that they want defensive end, they want an edge rusher, and they want a cornerback. With those 2 picks, they don't care about wide receiver right now. They think they can get them in day 2. That's what I keep hearing. And so I think they traded up so they can get in front of Baltimore to get that defensive end, Jermaine Johnson. And then at their next pick, at pick 18, they're like, okay, I'll get either Kyer Elam, Trent McDuffie, Andrew Booth, or Tariq Woolen. They've got a bunch of guys that they can do. So apple pie bet keeps getting worse. Why did they trade up for what? They traded up for Jameson Williams? They traded a first rounder, a second rounder, and a third rounder to go up and get Jameson Williams. What? I love Jameson Williams too as a prospect. He's my number 1 receiver. He is my number 1 receiver. But what? Well, yeah, the apple pie bet is looking worse and worse, man. That's crazy. I love him as a receiver, though, and I think he'll do wonders for that team, for Jalen Hurts, for their run game, and also for Devonta Smith. I think it helps all of them out. I would have loved to see them get a defensive, I'm sorry. I was thinking that was Philly that picked them for some reason, just because I saw Philadelphia on the clock, maybe. Yeah, wow, okay. I think that's awesome because they've got DJ Chark as well and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think so. I didn't believe he with that ACL injury. They said that he's probably out for the first. I think it's the first 4 to 8 weeks of the season. Most likely just the first 4 weeks of the season. But yeah. So I think that's a good pick, and I think I finally believe what Dan Campbell was saying. He said they weren't going quarterback this year, and I didn't believe him at first. And then I started saying, you know what? He's right. He's not going to take a quarterback at 2, maybe at 32. And then they traded up from 32, and I'm like, yeah, they're definitely taking quarterback, and they didn't. So could they still take a quarterback late? They could, but I don't think they're going to. I think they believe in Jared Goff. I think they like what they saw last year, and they're going to build around him. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Philly's getting Jermaine Johnson. They've got to. Unless they're panicking because they see wide receivers going, and so they're trading up to get a wide receiver. Right? I mean, you think about it, Jameson Williams, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Drake London. All 4 have gone. So now you're looking at Jahan Dotson. Dang. Who are they still looking at? I mean, of course, you've got guys like Jahan Dotson, Sky Moore, Treylon Burks. Did they trade up because they panicked and they want Treylon Burks? That's the last guy in that tier. If they, I don't know. I think that they should just relax. Unless they're panicking, thinking that one of these other teams, because I think Green Bay and the Chiefs could go. I think they could end up either trading back out of the first round, or they could go get a wide receiver with one of these. So, I'm a little exhausted, man. It's only 9:30. We're only at pick 13 too. This is whatever. I think they traded it for Jermaine Johnson, and I'll keep saying that until this pick is finalized. Please pick a quarterback. Could you imagine if they just did them so dirty, Justin Hurts so dirty, Jalen Hurts, excuse me, and just went quarterback right here? I'm trying to get comfortable right now. I don't really know what to do. I don't want this mic to unplug. I kind of want to lay back though. Hold on one second. Okay. Yeah, could you? I mean, seriously, if they went ahead and got Malik Willis, who basically has a better arm than Jalen Hurts, but can't read a defense as well, and they just go ahead and use a first-round pick on him. Oh, my goodness. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it through the whole first round? I don't think I will. I think I need some whiskey in me. That's definitely what I need, I think. And then you have Baltimore. I think Baltimore is trying to trade back still. I'm just trying to figure out who they want to stay on the clock. But I think, all right, these are my next 3 picks. Ready? It's going to be Eagles right here taking Jermaine Johnson, the edge rusher from Florida State. It was his last year at Florida State, right? He transferred from Georgia to Florida State, maybe from Florida State to Georgia. I don't remember. Jermaine Johnson, the edge rusher. The next pick's Baltimore. It's going to be Jordan Davis, defensive tackle from Georgia. Then the next pick is Houston, and that is going to be Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, this draft is taking so freaking long. But I like it. I'm having fun. I don't know. Come on, guys. Just make the pick. Just please make the pick. I'm ready to see it. I haven't even seen it on Twitter yet, so. Says the pick is in. Usually this is where you end up seeing it. I haven't seen it. So the Eagles got 13. Texans. The Texans get some nice day 2 capital and early day 3 as well, but they get some nice mid-round capital, so good for them. Yeah, Brandon, you'll stay up for the next, what's that, is that 7, 11, 8 picks left? Stay up for the next 8 picks, that's good enough. Oh, they traded, oh. Dang it. So I know, so Philly ended up trading up.
Boy, you better run.
And they did it methodically. They traded up in front of Baltimore. So they definitely traded up to get Jordan Davis. I wasn't even thinking about that. I think Baltimore trades back now. I mean, obviously we should see it, right? Oh, don't look at Twitter. Yeah, don't look at Twitter because they're 3 picks ahead right now. This is crazy. Oh my God. Why do they have all these people? They're not in Philly, they're in Las Vegas. Are they not? Are they not in Las Vegas? Why are they doing all this stuff? This is stuff they do in the 2nd and 3rd round, I thought. Who cares? Let's just get the show on the road. They're so behind on TV because they're just trying to make it an entertainment thing. But like, again, it's on a Thursday. Why does it start at 8 o'clock if you're gonna have a 4-hour show? You know what I mean? Start at 8 o'clock. It's gonna be 10 o'clock before we're halfway through these picks. So it's literally a 4-hour show. And I understand it's for entertainment and it's a draw out and stuff like that. And I like that. That's cool. But at the end of the day, how about we start it at 6 o'clock? And it goes from 6 to 10, not 8 to midnight. But yeah, so the Eagles traded up in front of Baltimore very methodically. You know, they only gave up a couple mid-round selections to move up from 15 to 13 to get Jordan Davis. Because you know that's what Baltimore wanted. That's what Baltimore wanted, was Jordan Davis. So they already made their pick, though. So good for them. I think they made a really good pick. But you know this is what they wanted right here. Jordan Davis is going to be a freak. And him next to Fletcher Cox and then eventually taking over for Fletcher Cox is, man. I am excited to see this defensive front 7. You know, and I wonder who they're going to get at pick 18 as well. They still have the 18th pick as well. Yeah, exactly. So before Twitter, I mean, when they would always do this stuff, it was awesome because there's so much built up anticipation and you're like, who's going to be the guy? And then you're listening to them do their analysis. But now, yeah, you're right. People that are watching this right now, 70% of them, I think that's a good number that you put in there, Brandon. 70% of them, yeah, are getting the alerts on Twitter and saying, oh, cool, look, The Ravens just drafted Kyle Hamilton. Okay, awesome. Now, Houston's up on the clock. Who's Houston gonna get? And it's like they're 3 picks away. And once you get into like the 4th round, when you go into day 3 where they stop announcing, like when they stop having Goodell walk up and announce the pick, they're literally like 7, 8 picks in front. It's crazy. Because I was getting them on Twitter last year, and I'm like, oh wow, this person just went off the clock, and then I looked on the TV and I was like, wait a minute, and I looked back down and I was like, that's a different team. Oh shoot, that's literally 4 or 5 picks ahead. So yeah, but that's my little spiel, and I like the entertainment factor. I just wish that these guys wouldn't wouldn't just announce these picks on Twitter. Dang it, man. These kitties are going to be the death of me. They just keep disconnecting my my microphone. But yeah, I think it should be more entertainment based. Let me catch up on this. What did the Lions and Eagles trade to move up? Lions traded 32, 34, and 66 to trade up and get 12 and 46. And then Eagles, what are you doing? Hey, calm down. Eagles traded, 15? Yeah, they traded 15 and a 4th and 2 5th rounders, like picks in the 100s, to trade up from 15 to 13. So they didn't use too much capital. I think the Lions used a lot of capital, though. I don't fully understand the move there, but that's okay. Yeah, so the people, Brandon, to go back to your question, the people on Twitter know just because they're there live, and they have sources inside these war rooms. All this stuff is going on early. So like, so they got people in war rooms that are telling them, on top of people backstage have to know, because they're creating these jerseys as well. So how do they know 3 picks in advance? Obviously the TV's just being really slow, I guess, but yeah, so I don't know. You think Houston's going to trade back? That's what I want to know. Look, there's Kyle Hamilton. He ends up going to the Ravens right here, in case you haven't seen the movie. All right, stop looking at your phone. Gosh darn, I just hear my phone go off and I look at it and I get another spoiler. So I'm done looking at my phone. I want to react when it happens on the actual television. So but right now Baltimore is on the clock. I'm excited to finally get to announce who they've got, because I really, really enjoy this dude that they got. And I'll give you a hint. He's a lot better than Lamar Jackson. I wonder when this first quarterback's gonna go. You know, could Washington end up taking one of these quarterbacks to sit behind Carson Wentz for a year or two? After that, pick 17. It's not going to be 17 because that's the Chargers. 18 is Philly again. Baltimore Ravens get Kyle Hamilton, the safety from Notre Dame. Perfect. You know, I love the Ravens so much because they don't panic. So we've had 4 wide receivers go so far, and if 6 go, you owe me an apple pie. But yeah, the Baltimore Ravens They are how I would love to run my franchise and draft. I just don't know if I could or not. I don't think I could be as calm, cool, and collected as they are. Just because they know exactly when to trade up, when to trade back. If people start having runs on certain things, they say, you know what, it's okay. Let me just sit here, relax. And then they get a top 3 player at pick 14. I don't know anyone who had Kyle Hamilton outside their top 6 or 7. Like, just skill-wise. Obviously, he's a safety. He ran a bad time in the 40, so sure, he's going to drop. But, I mean, this dude is a ball player. And we're going to look back in this draft in 3 years, say, how the heck did he fall all the way to 14? That's crazy. And they do it consistently every single year. They just wait, and they say, oh, cool, that guy's dropping. Sure, that's the guy I'll grab. I don't need to go defensive line. I don't need to go this or that. It does not matter. They take who they want, and they take who's best available. And then they just make it work. You know, just take the best players available, and then in free agency, that's where you get your players of need. Your positions of needs are in free agency. Draft should be best available. And I think that's how if I could run an NFL franchise, I think that's what I would do. Obviously, I would want premium positions to be taken in the first and second round, like corners, tackles, edge rushers. I think those would be the 3 main positions. But if there's a guy like Kyle Hamilton still on the board, I'm taking Kyle Hamilton every single day. Every single day of the week. So my phone keeps going off. I'm not looking at it just because I don't want to get spoiled on any more of these picks. The Texans are on the clock, and I already got spoiled the Texans pick, so what do you mean the Hollywood Brown trade? What do you mean about the Hollywood Brown trade? What happened? Oh, shoot. The Ravens just traded Hollywood Brown? They traded pick 23. They just traded pick 23. The Arizona Cardinals traded pick 23 for pick 100 in Hollywood Brown. Yeah, why would you do it right now? Unless you're going to use pick 23 to trade back up. That's the only thing I could think is that they were doing it just so they could get another first rounder so they could trade up. Yeah, they traded him for pick 23. So, interesting. So now you have 2 crybabies on your team with Kyler Murray and your wide receiver, who, by the way, has not been signed to their 5th-year option. They assume they're going to sign him, but all right, the Texans. This is a really, I like this pick for the Texans. I don't love this pick for the Texans. I think there's better players on the clock, but they got Kenyon Green, a really good run guard. So, you know, help out that offensive line, sure, but I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I can't believe that I'm still shocked about that Hollywood Brown trade. My phone's blowing up. I don't know if it's about the Hollywood Brown trade or if it's about the draft, so I'm just not gonna even look at it. I like Kenyon Green. This guy's good. He's a mauler. He's very fluid, but he's a mauler and he's big body. So they'll use him very well. You know, imagine putting him next to Laramie Tunsil, who's also one of the best run blocking tackles in all of the NFL. Just having those 2 on one side and having Marlon Mack as your running back. Oh my goodness. Thank you. As a Marlon Mack dynasty owner, thank you so much, Lovie Smith and Nick Caserio, for drafting another guard and not. Hopefully they don't get a running back later on in this draft until maybe the 4th round or so. But Thank you so much for that. I'm so happy. Going ahead and getting a guard. Help out my guys, man, my running back. My little kitten. Come here, buddy. He's so hyper. He just wants to play right now. I forgot Kyler Murray and Hollywood Brown they played together at Oklahoma. I completely forgot about that. I did. I completely forgot about that. So you reunite them, but they're both. I don't know, man. They're both just not my cup of tea. Like they think they're better than they are, and they're all about money right now. And I understand, go get paid, but they are all about the money. Washington Commanders make their pick. This is exciting. I was gonna say I love the Kyle Hamilton pick here, but he just got picked. Who is really left right now? Is Jermaine Johnson still on the clock? I can't see them going defensive line. They could go wide receiver, like a Treylon Burks or a Jahan Dotson, or that's really it. I think it has to be one of those two if it's a wide receiver. They could go with a corner. They could go with like a Trent McDuffie, maybe. Oh, that's right. They could go quarterback. I didn't actually think about that. That's good job, Brandon. I completely forgot that there's a bunch of quarterbacks still available because none have gone. So, yeah. So I think it's now what quarterback do you want to go with? I know Ron Rivera, I think, would love to work with like a Desmond Ridder or a Malik Willis just because he likes those dual threat guys. So I say it's Malik Willis, Treylon Burks, or Andrew Booth Jr. So a cornerback and Andrew Booth Jr., Treylon Burks, the wide receiver from Arkansas, or Malik Willis. Those are my three. Gosh darn it. Don't look at your phone anymore. I didn't even see this one. I just saw the one right after this, so. Gotta say, what is it, 10 o'clock? It's just about to be 10 o'clock. So they're doing perfect with this 4-hour stream type thing. Just because it's about to be 10 o'clock and we're about to be halfway through. I still can't get over that Jordan Davis pick where they traded straight up in front of the Ravens to get Jordan Davis. And then just having Jordan Davis paired with Fletcher Cox for the next year, maybe 2 years, and then take over that dominant role. I think that's what was really needed for Jordan Davis, and I think that defense is going to be scary. I think it's going to be so scary. Yeah, right now they're talking about the Ravens trading for Marquise Hollywood Brown. I don't know, man. I mean, you think about it with the wide receivers off the board. You know they were wide receiver hungry. Would you rather get Marquise Hollywood Brown and pick 100, where you could go ahead and get a linebacker like Troy Anderson, maybe? Or would you rather get Treylon Burks? You know, those are the only things. The only problem is now you have to pay Hollywood Brown. So. Oh, shoot. Jahan Dotson. Wow, the Commanders get Jahan Dotson, wide receiver from Penn State. Huh. He's. I like Jahan Dotson. I don't like him in the first round, though. I really don't like Jahan Dotson as a first round receiver. He runs deep routes. He's a 9 route slash. He runs posts, he runs corners, he runs 9s and 8s. But like he doesn't get that much separation, and he's not fast. Sure, he can do this jump ball stuff. Awesome. Wow, look at all these catches where he can kind of make these contested catches, but again, he's 5'10", 175 pounds. There's another trade. Ooh, Brandon, who's the trade? I don't want to look at my phone. There's another trade. Is it Philly? Did Philly trade back? Because I know the Chargers make the pick right here. I know the Chargers make the pick. What's the trade? That's what I want to know. This Jahan Dotson. I'm not a fan of the Jahan Dotson stuff, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe he gets better route running. No way. No way. A.J. Brown to the Eagles for pick 18? Really? A.J. Brown to the Eagles for pick 18. What the heck is going on? What is happening right now? Oh my gosh. How many trades after the top 10? You have the top 10 just being fine. Everything's good. And the next thing you know, pick 11's traded. Pick 12's traded. Pick 13 is traded. Pick 15's traded. Then there's a trade for Hollywood Brown. Then there's a trade for AJ. For freaking AJ. AJ Brown. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is awesome. So the Tennessee Titans are trading up for who would they be getting? That's what I want to know is who are the Tennessee Titans getting right now? Did they trade up for Malik Willis? Did they trade A.J. Brown for Malik Willis? That's what I want to know. Because they're not trading up for Treylon Burks. If they did and they traded A.J. Brown for Treylon Burks straight up, the only way I could see this being exceptional is if, because again, they have another pick. They have pick 23, I believe. So at 23, if you want to get your receiver there. But like, are you trading up for Tyler Smith? Are you trading up for? Is Jermaine Johnson still there? Did they trade up for Jermaine Johnson? I just don't understand because you're trading AJ Brown for a pick. Obviously, you don't have to replace AJ Brown right now with this pick, but I wonder who it could be. I feel like they traded up because Jermaine Johnson is still there. That's my thought. It's Jermaine Johnson, and they had to get rid of AJ Brown anyways, and then so they'll get Treylon Burks at 23. That's my prediction. Okay, so they also got a third rounder as well, so they could go ahead and get like a David Bell and Treylon Burks, and then also at 18 get a quarterback. Jermaine Johnson, one of these quarterbacks. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson is still there. So I could see them trading up right here. They get Jermaine Johnson at pick 23, get a quarterback if there's still one there, or get an offensive lineman like a Tyler Smith. I think Tyler Smith is a good one. And then in the third round, with that third round pick, go ahead and get a wide receiver that can try to replace A.J. Brown. But, man, wow, that is crazy. See, that's what I'm talking about is when I don't see it on my phone. I'm just hearing it from you guys. It just feels crazier than just looking at it on my phone. Jermaine Johnson. See, that's what I'm. Jermaine Johnson. If this is Jermaine Johnson, this is a good spot for him. I think this is a really good spot for Jermaine Johnson to go. Um, and that's why I was surprised when I kept hearing top 5 buzz for him. But same with Trayvon Walker. Started hearing top 10 vibes for Trayvon Walker, and I'm like, that seems too high. And all of a sudden, he goes number 1. So why is Burks falling? I thought he was a top 3 receiver. People just kind of realized that he is very good with the ball in his hands, at creating missed tackles, but he's not a crisp route runner. That's kind of his big thing. He's not a crisp route runner. He's not that fast. But I think he's going to be good, and I don't think he makes it out of the top. I don't think he makes it to Green Bay's second pick. He doesn't make it a Green Bay's second pick, and he doesn't make it to the Chiefs picks, obviously. But yeah, I think he only falls for another 5 or so picks. I think he's going to get taken soon. Maybe the Patriots will take him, but I doubt it. I think the Patriots will end up taking a quarter. But we'll see. Or they'll just trade out of the first round. I could see that. What do you think about that? Patriots just trading out of the first round? Oh, does Treylon Burks get picked here? Yeah, shoot. I mean, I like Treylon Burks, but you're going to replace A.J. Brown and expect Treylon Burks to... It's crazy because you don't have A.J. Brown. You don't have Corey Davis anymore. Who's their number 1 receiver nowadays? I don't know, but that's I believe that's 5 receivers, right? We've had Drake London, Chris Olave, Jameson Williams, Garrett Wilson, Jahan Dotson. Oh, so this would be 6 receivers. If this is Treylon Burks, you lose the bet, by the way. But yeah, I think Pats trade out. That's what I keep coming to that realization. Either they're gonna take a corner, which they won't take Trent McDuffie because of his arm size. They're gonna take a corner like Andrew Booth Jr., Kyer Elam, Tariq. I could see them going for Tariq Woolen, honestly. I could definitely see them going with Tariq Woolen, but I could also see them trading back. So I'm saying they're going Andrew Booth Jr., Tariq Woolen, or trading back. That's my predictions with the Patriots. So Pitt at pick 20, they love Malik Willis. Are they going to trade up with New Orleans? Are they going to say, hey, guys, can we take this spot? Or are they just going to let New Orleans take a shot at Malik Willis before they do? Who did New Orleans traded up and got a receiver, right? Because I remember they traded up. Yeah, I think they traded up and got Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. They traded up and got one of those Ohio State guys, I believe. This is the worst part, is when you can't fully remember who's all been taken because you've done so many mock drafts, and so you don't remember if it's a mock draft or if it just actually happened. So, but yeah, is this Treylon Burks? Were you right about that? Is this Treylon Burks? Yeah, wow. That's interesting. Now you just can't. Yeah, they got Olave. Okay. You just can't expect him to be A.J. Brown at the very beginning, you know? Why do you not pay A.J. Brown? That's what I don't understand. He's a top 5 wide receiver under the age of 26. Why are you not? I don't understand why you don't pay him. Like, you're taking a shot on AJ Green. Excuse me. You're taking a shot. Good job, Otis. AJ Brown is 24 or 25, I think. He might be younger than that. I know he's 25 or younger. So I don't know why they're trading. Seems like a huge risk to basically. Right. Yeah, I agree. You're switching him with a rookie that you hope can play like he does. Look, NFL comparison, AJ Brown. Exactly. NFL comparison, AJ Brown is pretty good. But like, you're trading AJ Brown to get someone who you hope ends up being AJ Brown. How does that make sense? Unless AJ Brown talked to you and said, "Look, I don't want to be here and I don't want to resign." Okay, sure. I guess. But where did AJ Brown end up going? Pick 18, which was the Ravens? Is that the Ravens? I can't even remember anymore, man. The Eagles. Oh, shoot. The Eagles. That's right, because they got Jordan Davis. Yeah, AJ Brown and AJ Brown, Devonta Adams, and I'm sure they'll get another guy here in like the 3rd round too. So all of a sudden they just need a quarterback, and next year's the year for them. Yeah, if I was a Titans fan, I'd be really mad. If you know who I'd be mad if I was Ryan Tannehill. I'd be really mad if I'm Ryan Tannehill because I'm like, dude, I have rapport with this guy, and now you want me to bring this rookie in. And again, Ryan Tannehill's only got 2 years left on his deal, and he's hearing rumors that he's not good enough. So, just because he didn't step up whenever Derrick Henry got out. And so, dude, you didn't re-sign Jonnu Smith. You didn't re-sign Corey Davis. And now you trade A.J. Brown? Like, what do I have to work with? I understand it's a run-first team, but if I'm Ryan Tannehill, sure, this is a run-first team, but on 3rd and longs, I have to pass the ball, and you're not giving me weapons to pass the ball. Like, who's going to pass it to? Freaking the dude with the weird last name? I can't even think of his name right now. Nick. Oh, man. It's like I don't know, man. It's too late in the night to be thinking about these names. But, yeah, he's got Treylon Burks and then that kid to pass the ball to. I'm still trying to think of another guy that they've got. The Saints made their pick. Wonder if it's going to be one of these quarterbacks. If it's not a quarterback, that's awesome. They traded up, got themselves a wide receiver that they think is the best wide receiver in this draft. And then maybe they get a tackle here. But if they get Trevor Penning, I don't know, man. I like Trevor Penning a lot, but you can't just stick him in at left tackle. Same with Tyler Smith. They could go ahead and get one of these corners. They could. Trent McDuffie would look nice as like a nickel corner for him. Kaiir Elam as an outside guy. I don't know. Is Jermaine Johnson still on the board? That's what I want to know. Is Jermaine Johnson still on the board? I don't even remember anymore. But, yeah, if Jermaine Johnson's on the board, I could see them going with Jermaine Johnson. I believe, yeah, he is still on the board because we were just talking about him at the last pick before we knew it was Treylon Burks. So, Oh my gosh, my phone keeps ringing. I want to see who it is so badly. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson still on the board. Is it Jermaine Johnson? Is it Daxton Hill? Is it Lewis Seen? Is it one of these corners? Oh, Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. I thought they would take Penning right there. And you know what? When they traded up the first time, I called it that it was going to be a wide receiver and then a tackle with their 2 picks. But Trevor Penning, man. I like Trevor Penning. I really do. I just hope they don't stick him at left tackle day one. I hope they have someone else in there that can compete with him because he's so raw. I love him. He's super physical, but he's just so raw. And again, look at him. I mean, take one guy to the dirt, go get another guy, shove him in the dirt, drive this cornerback back 15 yards. Yeah, he's so strong. He's a wrestler too. No way Pitt's not going Malik. I don't see how they don't. They've been talking him up so much. You know how funny it would be if they ended up just getting another quarterback as well? It's one thing if they don't get a quarterback at all and they don't get Malik and they go after like Jermaine Johnson. Like, who would have thought Jermaine Johnson would still be here? I could see if the Patriots get Jermaine Johnson, I would be so mad. I'll be so mad. Brandon? Holy crap. What in the world? That's crazy. So the Steelers have been hyping up. Bro, did you see that? So the Steelers have been hyping up Malik Willis, saying, "Oh, we love him, but he's not going to last to us." He lasts to them. You will not believe what they end up doing. They go ahead and get Kenny Pickett. They just drafted Kenny Pickett over Malik Willis, which if I was them, I might do the same thing. I'm not 100% sure. I'm happy I don't have to be in their shoes, but they draft Kenny Pickett. It's fine, whatever. Now, freaking Jermaine Johnson is left for the Patriots. That's what I'm really frustrated about, is that the Patriots have a chance to get Jermaine Johnson. If they get him, that sucks. If they don't get him, that's weird why he would be falling so far, but yeah. I'm going to call Tyler right now and just see what he has to say about that. He's not going to answer. Well, that's okay that he didn't answer. Hopefully, if he wasn't at his TV, hopefully he kind of got to look at his phone and then see that, oh, the Steelers are on the clock. I just want him to know that this pick's coming up, so they have to have that trade already worked out, right? Like, how did they already negotiate a contract? Oh yeah, you got $100 million deal. Wow. Yeah, no. They had it worked out where most likely the agent was working with Philly and stuff, and they were saying, okay, if if Treylon Burks makes it to this pick, we'll have that trade. They probably had that trade worked out with a couple different teams or something. I don't know, but yeah, they definitely already had it worked out. Or the person that you guys are getting. So you want to know? Yeah, it is Kenny Pickett. I know. No, yeah, it's Pickett. It's Pickett. Yeah. Now you can go to sleep stress free and yeah, well, I don't what are they gonna do? I thought so too. You've got 2 first-round picks. Are you not going to draft a wide receiver with one of them? Or are you going to sit there and say, "Oh, Christian Watson's a good enough guy. I'll take Christian Watson and Sky Moore." Like what? I don't understand. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you later. All right, you too. Bye. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, no, Tyler wanted Pickett. He did not want Malik Willis. He did not want Desmond Ritter. He was hoping for Pickett, so he gets Pickett. He's very happy. New England's on the clock, and I'm afraid they're going to get Jermaine Johnson. If they get Jermaine Johnson, I don't know, man. If they get Jermaine Johnson, my phone's blowing up right now. I'm not looking. We got 12 more picks before I can look at my phone. Oh, man. This is crazy. So we've had 6 wide receivers go. I think we're having 7. We've got 1 quarterback gone. I think we'll get 2. I don't know how many pass rushers we have going, but I think we'll probably get 2 more. Jermaine Johnson, Boye Mafe, and maybe David Ajabo. So, who has pick 32 now again? I don't even remember. It was the Vikings? Yeah, the Vikings. Maybe they get David Ajabo with that last pick. Maybe they get Sam Howell. I don't know. New England can go ahead and get anything. Chiefs? Yeah, I think Chiefs could go ahead and get a wide receiver too. I think there's 1, maybe 2 receivers left that are going in this first round. It's going to be maybe like a Sky Moore and a Christian Watson. But I don't know, dude. I do not know. It's weird. What if New England goes ahead and gets Malik Willis right here? Just so now you have 2 different kind of quarterbacks. Just in case you want to throw the ball, you've got Mac Jones. If you want to run the ball, you got Malik Willis. No, it's definitely a defensive player here. So I'm thinking there's not an offensive lineman worth it at this point. I could have seen them going and getting a guy like Kenyon Green, but he's gone. Oh, New England trades the picks. New England traded. Nice. To the Chiefs. Oh, that's why you said Chiefs. The Chiefs are coming up. Are they coming up for Jermaine Johnson? Are they coming up for... I think they're coming up for Jermaine Johnson. I want to know what picks they got. What picks the dudes got, you know? To move back to, what, 26 or whatever? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Is what the Patriots got. Did they get pick 29? Did they get pick 30? And then what extra picks did they get? Toby says, what did I miss? Yeah, I can't believe Brandon. I told you, Brandon. I told you. They traded back. Every year, they'll trade back. Yeah, so Toby, what you missed was the first 10 picks were normal. And then starting from pick 11 to pick 21, I think we had 7 trades. So pick 11 got traded. Pick 12 got traded. Pick 13 got traded. And then pick 14 got traded. That's 4 picks in a row got traded. Right? No, Houston didn't trade. So 3 of those 4 picks got traded. Then A.J. Brown got traded to the Eagles for their pick. Hollywood Brown got traded to Arizona for pick number 23. Kenny Pickett was the first quarterback off the board, and he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though the Steelers were saying, we love Malik Willis. Too bad he won't make it to us. And then Malik Willis is there, and they don't take him. So, yeah, I don't know, man. You missed a lot, though. I'll say that much. We've just been sitting here talking. I don't want to look at my phone because I keep getting updates on picks that haven't been announced yet on there. So I've just had Brandon telling me about all these trades. So if Brandon's going to bed, Brandon, you can't go to bed yet because they've still got a pick in the first round. You got to stay up till pick 29 now. So, dude, this is just like the movie Draft Day. It really is. This is exactly what the movie Draft Day was like. And Malik Willis is sliding. You want to know why? Do you guys want to know why Malik Willis is sliding past pick 21 right now? It's because none of his teammates went to his birthday party. Malik Willis had a birthday party, and none of his teammates showed up to it. Why would none of his teammates show up to it? Because he's not a good person. Yeah, I think they definitely traded it for like pick 29 or 30. So, unless they traded it for... I just don't know why you would trade it for the Chiefs' first round pick next year. So... Sky Moore. Jermaine Johnson. Trent McDuffie. Wow. 29, a third, and a fourth. Nice. Good. So, yeah, now you got to stay up till pick 29 with us. That sucks for you, huh? Trent McDuffie. I'm a big fan of Trent McDuffie, except for his arms. His arms are not long enough. But he's a really good guy, a really good cover corner. Let's look at some of these highlights. I like him. I think he's a pretty gosh darn good corner. He's gonna have trouble with some of these bigger wide receivers. So he's most likely just a nickel guy. But I mean, in the AFC with all these wide receivers, having a nickel guy is nice. So good for that. They only had to give up an extra third and a fourth to move up. That's not bad at all. And you know what? If Jermaine Johnson goes right here, That would be such a good. That would be such a good pick. Bye, Brandon. Thanks for staying on and talking with me. Pick is in. It's got to be Jermaine Johnson. I can't see. I mean, it could be Daxton Hill too. It could also be one of these other corners, but it's got to be Jermaine Johnson. I just think because you just got rid of Zadarius Smith, you had to cut him to make some room. And Jermaine Johnson keeps falling. It's got to be Jermaine Johnson right here. I don't know if the Packers don't go Jermaine Johnson and they go with like a guy like Christian Watson or something like that. Oh my goodness. So I did. I just ended up looking at my phone because I was texting someone and it popped up who the Green Bay Packers get. And all I got to say is Baltimore went from pick 14 to... No, they stayed at pick 14. They stayed at pick 14 and got Kyle Hamilton. And now, at 23, they trade Hollywood Brown. And at 23, they're going to be set up with a really good player. I don't know if they get the player, but there's a really good player sitting on the board right now that might have just fallen into their lap. And if not, then Dallas could definitely do well with this player. I don't see the player getting past the next two picks after this. So there's a report going around about the Steelers being okay with any of 4 quarterbacks is what they say. So I'm assuming that's Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder, and Sam Howell. Those are probably the 4 I'm guessing. And apparently they were okay with any of them, but Kenny Pickett is the guy that they really wanted. So good for them. They got Kenny Pickett. That's crazy. Buffalo Bills just traded up. So that sucks as a Dolphins fan because Quay Walker just got drafted by the Green Bay Packers. And Jermaine Johnson is still on the board. And now the Buffalo Bills are going to add him to their defensive line. So I cannot believe that. Unless they didn't trade up to 23. No, they did. Buffalo Bills traded up to freaking 23. It's 25 and 130 for 23. So they traded up 2 spots. They're not going running back, though. Or maybe they did. I don't know. They wouldn't trade up. Buffalo would not trade up in front of Dallas for anyone but Jermaine Johnson. There's no way that Buffalo traded up for a running back. So I don't think there's going to be a running back taken this year or in the first round this year. Yeah, Buffalo traded up for Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, Quay Walker got taken in the first round over Devin Lloyd from Utah and Nakobe Dean from Georgia, who Nakobe Dean was the better linebacker at Georgia, and Quay Walker got taken in front of him. So that's just kind of put yourselves in the Pittsburgh Steelers shoes, or excuse me, in the Green Bay Packers shoes. I don't know what they're thinking with that. I think Quay Walker's a really good pick or a really good player, But when you've got those other two linebackers, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. So sorry, I was texting on the phone, just in this group chat where we talk about football with me and my friends, and it looks like Buffalo Bills traded up in front of Dallas to get a cornerback. So Kaiir Elam is now a Buffalo Bill. He will be the number one receiver while Trey White is recovering from his ACL that he had late in the year. And then after that, he'll be their number two corner. So a very pass-happy AFC landscape. Very pass-happy AFC gets a good corner. So that's really going to help them out in the playoffs. I cannot see Jermaine Johnson falling past the next two picks. I don't see him getting past Dallas. Maybe Dallas goes Daxton Hill, Lewis Cine. But I mean, if Dallas and Baltimore pass on Jermaine Johnson, then obviously there's some medicals or something that we don't know about as as the public, that the teams aren't telling us. So we'll see. Looks like my man Matt Miller is thinking the same thing I'm thinking. He's trying to figure out why Jermaine Johnson's still falling. So I'm also trying to find out. I'm looking through, trying to figure out why Jermaine Johnson is still falling. I don't know. That's interesting. So I can't figure it out. Buffalo's gonna get Kaiir Elam right here, and then we'll see what happens. If Dallas goes Daxton Hill, then there's officially something wrong. There's something wrong with Jermaine Johnson that we just don't know about. So There we go. Kyer Elam, another first round corner from Florida. Yeah, that Kyer Elam pick's good. What is he? He was the fourth corner taken. That's about right. Good ball skills. He's a little handsy is the only thing. So he might get called early for some of that stuff, but he's a stud. He's 100% a stud. So good pick by them. I definitely called him being the fourth corner taken off the board, though. So say good for me on that. Dallas has taken a long time. I don't know if they're debating between Andrew Booth or Daxton Hill or Jermaine Johnson, but it's got to be one of those, man. I can't see them going offense. I don't think there's a good enough receiver for them to go with. There's no offensive lineman. I mean, maybe Tyler Smith. That'd be the only offensive lineman I would think of. I think it's got to be Daxton Hill or Jermaine Johnson. It's got to be one of those two. If they go ahead and get Andrew Booth or someone like that, that's acceptable. But looks like my Wi-Fi is not doing very well right now, so hopefully I stay online. I don't know. I just keep thinking it's Daxton Hill or Jermaine Johnson. Daxton Hill or Jermaine Johnson. But if Jermaine Johnson slips through the next couple picks, there will be officially medical questions about him. Look, Mel Kiper's top two, Daxton and Jermaine Johnson. And of course, there's Tyler Linderbaum. He does not fit in this scheme. He doesn't really fit in the next three team schemes. So I don't expect Tyler Linderbaum to get picked. Maybe I wanted to say Kansas City, but they just got Creed Humphrey. So he's not going to get picked there either. He's really scheme specific. I think I could see him going pick 30, 35. I could see him going and pick 35 to the New York Jets. So Tyler Linderbaum picked 35 to the New York Jets. That is my prediction. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson. Look, they're showing it right now. 1% chance that he would be here. And why is Jerry Jones not picked yet? Why is the pick not in? What are they sitting around talking about? Unless they were just told, hey, waste some time because we're getting close to the end. I don't know. I do not know. Pick is still not in. There's 2.5 minutes left. Could you imagine if they couldn't figure it out and have the Ravens jump them? So this is Nakobe Dean's people. That was crazy. Oh, that's true. 31. I could see him go 31. Tyler Linderbaum, I could see him going 31 to Cincinnati Bengals. The pick is finally in for Dallas. Could it be Nakobe Dean? I don't know, man. I feel like they're going trenches. They wanted to go after Zion Johnson. They wanted to go after Kenyon Green. Those were the guys that they wanted. Could they go? Tyler Smith is the only one I'm thinking. So I could see Tyler Smith, but I'm thinking it's gotta be. I think it still has to be like a Daxton Hill. I could see it being Tyler Smith, and I think this is a good spot for Tyler Smith. It's slightly early, but you get a 5th-year option on him. I was gonna say Bernard Raymond is a guy I could see it being as well, but I don't think they really need a right tackle. I think they need an interior guy, unless they're thinking about playing Tyler Smith at tackle. So it's like if you wanted to get a tackle, you would have traded up for the interior guy right here. Okay. But Jermaine Johnson's still sitting on the board. Let's see what the pick is. Tyler Smith from Tulsa. Okay. Now, are they going to play him at right tackle, or are they going to move him inside and have him playing that guard? I could see them having him play guard at tackle. I don't know. At tackle, it's gonna take him a while, you know? I don't think he's pro ready at tackle. I really don't. Maybe you start him at guard and move him outside once he's, ready with NFL speed. But right now I see him as a left guard. We'll see what it looks like when he actually plays. We'll see in training camp where they put him. All right, Baltimore, they've got to take Jermaine Johnson. I don't know what else it would be right here with Baltimore. Like they could take one of the linebackers, I guess. Oh, hey, Tyler. Packers not getting one of the star wide receivers is insane. I know. Dude, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I might just retire right now. If I'm Aaron Rodgers. I understand I just signed a 3-year deal. That's all right, man. You can take it back. I'll give you all the guaranteed money back. It's fine. You can have it. I'm out. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Bro, because I understand they have another pick, right? They've got pick 28. But again, they got pick 28. Who are they going to get? Christian Watson? I like Christian Watson. I like David Bell. I like Sky Moore. I like Kyle Phillips. I like these guys, but to be like, oh, it's okay. We have David Bell. Okay. I don't know. Again, it's kind of his own doing, though. You know what I mean? He's the one. Excuse me. He's the one kind of taking all this money. Yeah, Alec Pierce from Cincinnati. Yeah, that might be who it has to be. In the second round, Alec Pierce. So. Man, I don't know. Tyler, what are you still doing up, man? You thinking that Pittsburgh's going to trade back into the first round or something? I'm tired. I want to go to bed, but I committed to doing this draft right now. So we'll see. There's 5, 6, 7 picks left. For some reason, Baltimore has not picked. Are they trying to check the medicals on Jermaine Johnson? I don't understand. I don't understand Yeah, sorry about the yawns. I don't understand why Jermaine Johnson keeps falling and why he's gonna. I think at this point he's gonna fall all the way into the second round. If you see a Boye Mafe get picked right here um, over Jermaine Johnson, there's officially something wrong with him. Like there's officially either there's some character issue that all the teams know about, or there's just some kind of medical issue that the teams aren't comfortable with. So, I mean, we'll see what happens after this pick, but I think this is the last pick. Obviously, he could go to Tennessee, but I don't know. I want to see Tampa Bay at pick 27. I would love to see them get Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle from Georgia. I think that'd be a really good pick. Or just get Travis Jones, man. Is that his name, Travis Jones? Yeah, get the UConn guy, Travis Jones. I would actually rather see that. Tyler, look in the countdown. Uh look in the countdown what is it called? The Dynasty chat. And look at this picture of Kenny Pickett. They for sure made his hands look small in this picture. It's so funny. They 100% did that on purpose. So what is going on? These guys are signing Subway sandwiches? Whoa, what the heck? That's pretty cool. Whatever that painting was that they were doing, that's pretty cool. Again, why is Baltimore not in? I don't know why Baltimore hasn't selected their pick yet, you know? There we go. Pick's finally in. But they wouldn't have traded back 2 spots and let the Cowboys have a chance at Jermaine Johnson, right? Right? Unless... So maybe that's not who they're going after. Maybe they're going after a linebacker. I could see that. I could see them going after a linebacker right here. They did not go linebacker. They went after someone who I did not think was scheme. They got a guy that I thought did not fit their scheme. So wow. So Tyler Linderbaum just went at number 25 to the Baltimore Ravens, which is weird. I didn't think that I didn't think that he really fit their scheme very well, but I guess they're thinking that they don't care, which, to be fair, I understand. So we still only got one quarterback going so far. Malik Willis nowhere to be found. Oh, we just had a trade. We just have a trade. Tennessee Titans trade back with the Jets. Probably got pick 35 and 50, I think is another one they have. What the heck? This is crazy. This is getting really, really crazy. I don't remember a draft where the first round had this many trades. So could they be trading up for Andrew Booth Jr.? Getting top 10 talents at corner, making elite pass defending. I don't know. I could see that. I could also see them getting Jermaine Johnson here, and I could also see them doing Daxton Hill. I don't think they went up for like a wide receiver. I don't think they went up for a running back. I don't know what else it could be. I think it's Jermaine Johnson. I think it's Daxton Hill. Like it could be like an Nakobe Dean or someone like that, but I think it's Andrew Booth, Daxton Hill, Jermaine Johnson, one of the three. I don't know why it's taking so long right now. So they traded 35, 69, and 163 for 26 and 101. Lamar Jackson just found out. That Hollywood Brown got traded. Just posted on Twitter. Yep. And then the Jets just went ahead and took Jermaine Johnson. Oh, man. Yeah, so Jets traded up to get in front of the Cincinnati Bengals for Tyler Linderbaum. So that's smart board maneuvering. I'll give them that. They gave up 69 and won something, but they got 101 back. So they get to pick one pick in front of the Dolphins. We'll see how that ends up going. Only have a few more picks. I'm going to gut it out. We've got 5 more picks, I believe, 6 more picks. And then tomorrow, second and third round, I won't be here for it. We won't be going live. I'll be watching it myself. But so after tonight, we're going to have like a whole week hiatus, not doing any more live streams for about a week. And then we'll get back into it and we can talk about some draft recaps after that. So we'll get it out for these last few picks and then see what happens. Oh, man. Trying to stay awake, man. Trying to stay awake. Wow, the Jaguars just traded up. So now the Jaguars are on the clock instead of Tampa Bay. I wonder what they're looking at. I wonder what they're thinking. Are they getting in front of Green Bay for something? Are they getting in front of New England for something? If so, what is it? You know? Ah, linebacker probably. So maybe Malik Willis? I don't know what they're trading up for. That's interesting. I don't know what they're trading up for. Obviously, they wanted to get in front of these last couple guys, whether it's Green Bay, New England, the Chiefs have one of those picks, the Vikings. So maybe they're trading up for defensive tackle. I could see that. Yeah, I think I like that. I think UConn's defensive tackle, Travis Jones, I think is his name. Uh, maybe it's not Travis, but it's definitely Jones. I could see them doing that. Possibly Devontae Wyatt. I mean, other than that, Boye Mafe, maybe? Maybe David Ajabo? Yeah, I don't know. So they traded pick 33, a fourth rounder, and a sixth rounder. They traded a fourth and a sixth rounder to get up from 33 and get a fifth year option on someone, basically. I don't know. I wonder who this is going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be a defensive tackle, though. Huh. This draft is so slow. Devin Lloyd. Looks like they drafted Devin Lloyd, linebacker out of Utah. That's a good pick. He's about 240 pounds, too, so he's all of us, like, he's instantly their heaviest linebacker in that group. So. Good for them. And we got 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. We got 5 picks left. And I'm so tired and I'm ready for bed. I'm about to shut it off before the freaking draft is over. I'm telling you that right now. I feel so. I'm just playing, but like, I'm so tired. I want to just go to bed and say, forget the rest of these picks. I'll see them in the morning. You know, I don't know. I don't know who Green Bay is going to get. I don't know who New England is going to get. But for Green Bay, I could see them getting a wide receiver or a defensive back. New England, I could see them getting a defensive lineman, offensive lineman, defense, really anywhere on the defense. I think it's anywhere on the defense for New England. Chicago. The Chiefs still have another pick. Again, I could see that being anywhere on the defense. So I could see these next 3 picks all being defensive picks. And that's kind of what I see. I see 3 defensive picks. You know, it could be Arnold Ebiketie, it could be Daxton Hill, it could be Dean, Boye Mafe, Andrew Booth, Tariq Woolen, Lewis Cine, Travis Jones, Devontae Wyatt, David Ajabo, or one of these wide receivers, you know? Those are just all defensive players I just listed that I could definitely see every single one of them going in the next, the next 5 picks. So I think Devontae Wyatt, if he lasts 32, he's getting picked up by the Minnesota Vikings. He's not making it out of the first round. He's not making it past them. This is that point of the draft where we just sit there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here. Because they're just sitting up here yapping about random stuff on the TV. Instead of just getting these picks in. No one cares. No one cares about the random stuff you're talking about. And you're not talking about a player. That's the thing I don't get. If they're talking about a player and they're breaking down the dude that just got picked, that's fine. You know, you got 5 to 8 minutes to do that. But we're going 15 minutes in between picks. And you're talking about the players for 3 minutes. And then the rest of it, you're just talking about randomness. I don't understand that. I want to get this draft moving. It doesn't have to be quick, but like, let's talk about the players. Let's let them put the picks. As soon as the pick is in, you're wrapping up what you're saying, and we're going to them announcing the pick. That's what I think. But whatever. Enough of my ranting. Green Bay is on the clock, and it's defense, man. It's got to be a defensive player. Yeah, Devin Lloyd. Great sideline to sideline. Look, the pick's already in for the Packers. They know exactly what they want. You think it's Christian Watson? I have a feeling it's Christian Watson. So, we'll see. Wonder who the Packers are getting. I wonder because they put it in so quickly. Oh, goodness. The Packers. Is it Christian Watson from North Dakota State? Huh. Again, what are they talking about right here? The pick has been in. Pick has been in for 6 minutes now. And they're talking about what are they gonna get? You gotta find a guy to replace Devontae Adams. Okay. Well, let's see if they've done it, and then you can say, "Oh, how come they didn't get a guy to replace Devontae Adams?" Or, "Oh, this guy's got big shoes to fill with Devontae Adams." Instead, we're just sitting here. Instead, we're just sitting here while you guys talk about what this pick could be while the pick is already in. I feel so grumpy right now. It's just so frustrating. I know that they've got at least 3 of these picks in already. 3 of these last 5 picks are already in. We're just waiting. We're just waiting to see what it is. All the tweets I'm seeing right now, it doesn't look like they went wide receiver for this pick. I haven't seen an official. Oh, it was Devontae Wyatt. They went ahead and got Devontae Wyatt, who was following defensive tackle. That's a good pick. I like that pick. I'm a big fan of the Devontae Wyatt pick, unless his character concerns are actually something to be concerned about. I don't really know. I only heard one report, so I feel like I'm not getting very good content for this, so I might actually just end it just because. Huh. Do I want to end it right here? Pick 28? I might do it. We've been going for 3 hours. That's crazy. Again, this is going to go for another 30 minutes. Holy crap, New England just did a New England move. I'm awake now. Bro, New England just took a mid to late 3rd round player in the 1st round. New England just took someone who I thought had a chance to make it to the Miami Dolphins' first pick at 102. They just took him at pick 29 in the 1st round. Oh my God. So the Packers get Devontae Wyatt. New England Patriots get Cole Strange. Kansas City can go ahead and get a guy now. Who's it going to be? I have a feeling Kansas City is going to go ahead and get Sky Moore. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I could see them going with Andrew Booth Jr. too, or Daxton Hill. I like Daxton Hill in that defense. I think that's a really good one. Hey, buddy. Cole freaking Strange, man. Hey. Griffin. Gotta fix the camera. I can't even fix it. I don't know what he did. Good enough. There we go. Good enough. Perfect. Hey, calm down, Griffin. Come over here. What are you doing? Why are you trying to jump up there? Hey, come here. Come here. What are you doing? So we got 3 picks left. Kansas City, Cincinnati, and the Minnesota Vikings. Griffin, come over here, buddy. I don't know what his problem is. Okay, and then the Chiefs get George Karlaftis. So there's 2 picks left right here. Cincinnati and the Minnesota Vikings. Once we figure out who the Minnesota Vikings pick, we can go ahead and shut down stream. Go ahead and go to bed. Discuss this again in a couple weeks. Hey, Griffin, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'll be right back. Oh, goodness. All right. Had to get these fries to try to wake me up. Again, so we know Chiefs went ahead and got George Karlaftis. And we know Patriots went ahead and got Cole Strange, a guy who's been mocked in the late third round, early fourth round for the past month. I mean, I'm a big fan of him, but it's just like, is that economics? You know? They always say his draft is an economics exercise. And it's like maybe that's who they wanted the whole time, and so they were always planning to trade back to say, okay, well, we're picking up an extra. I believe they got a fourth and 2/6 with their trade. Maybe they got more than that, but I don't know. So Cole Strange was one of my offensive sleepers. So having him picked at 29, when I had him as one of my day 3 offensive sleepers, it's kind of funny. Just a little funny. There we go. Get the Chiefs pick in here too. There we go, George Karlaftis. We got 2 picks left. Shoot. 2 picks left, man. I want to know who Cincinnati's thinking about getting. I have to assume this is Booth, right? This is crazy, man. I'm just trying to figure out what these last two picks are gonna be. And then everyone's gonna go home and just think about it. Think about the next day. And then the next day at the beginning is gonna be really crazy as well. So let's see what happens. Bengals just selected Daxton Hill. Yep, so the Bengals just selected Daxton Hill. Minnesota is now on the clock. I say they probably go ahead and get like a Boye Mafe. I don't know. Oh, I got my buddy with me. Go to bed, buddy. I'm about to go to bed. I just gotta wait for one more pick. One more pick. Come on, hurry up and just announce the Bengals picked Daxton Hill. We know the Bengals took Daxton Hill. And then give me who Minnesota took. I should be getting that any minute. I just want to see who the final pick in the first round is. But I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it, buddy. No one traded up for a quarterback. Only one quarterback went in the first round, says Mike Garofalo. So Lewis Cine ends up being the pick. So back-to-back versatile safeties go at 31 and 32, with Cincinnati selecting Daxton Hill from Michigan can play corner, can play nickel, can play safety. And then Minnesota Vikings taking Lewis Cine from Georgia, who is very versatile safety as well, can play in the box, great tackler, can play nickel as well. So appreciate you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me for this draft. I hope it was chill for you guys as well as it was for me. So I am going to go to bed now, and I will see you guys in about a week. So thank you guys for stopping by. Have a great day.